All right. Let's see. What's up, everyone? Figured I'd stream today since I didn't get to yesterday, and it's like the first time I've been home basically all week, so I haven't really done anything this week. I did like a couple things yesterday. I put like some fires in the last BSP, made the lighting a little better, but it took like an hour, so that's all I had to do. Um, but yeah, so I'm basically in this stream. I'm gonna be continuing what I've been doing. I already did all the PBR textures, but what I'm gonna do is try to like re-import some of the diffuse textures so that there's like less compression and there's no like weird green walls or anything like that kind of thing. That way, it can just look way better. There's some areas that are really bad with that stuff, so I'm gonna target those and try to find either better ones or just re-import it without the weird green compression issues and stuff. So it's basically, I guess, I don't know if that's all I'll do on this one. Um, there's other stuff I need to do. I want to make the lighting a little darker in some areas and uh, stuff like that. Let's see. Yeah, and then I also need to update some of these objects in the mission. Oh, I still need to give them. I still need to generate the cube maps, which I'll do. I'll probably just do off stream. What's up? But yeah, what's up, everyone? How you doing? What's up, Gartos and Joseph? What's up, Ahsoka Polo? How you doing? But yeah, that song was a Neo's song. It says it in the beginning. You'll see it if you go back at the beginning. Whenever it restarts, it'll say it's Neo, and then it's like I'm pretty sure that one's Decim Millennium or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know, but it's Neo Taika. It'll say the name in the song name though. It like loops several times and says the name of it. And then Warnisage remodels. He doesn't remodel stuff. He just does like a painting of what it should look like, I think. So yeah, it's not, obviously I can't use a picture to replace the 3D model, but that would be cool if I could. If someone made some good 3D models, then I would use them. Basically, is what I'll say about that. If someone had some better models, then I'll use them. You know what I mean? I might make some with like kit bashing Halo Infinite stuff, uh, in a way that won't like look so much like a kit bash, like maybe a slight remodel, slight kit bash. I don't know. I was thinking about trying that and seeing what I can do because that's kind of what I started already. If you look at the bishops, I replaced those because I couldn't stand those. Like all the other ones, I'm like, okay, I could kind of deal with it a little bit. Like they're not great looking, but they don't look as like the bishops looked like little creatures from like Dead Souls or something to me. I don't know. They just looked like something weird, like so bizarre and out of Halo that I just like couldn't do that. So I just replaced them with like big constructors. At least they're like more Sentinel like, you know. But that's what I did so far. Cool version of Halo 4, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to make it cooler and cooler. That way it doesn't feel like just a few models being swapped and shit like that. So like in here, I've replace like let me spawn real quick. There we go. All right, so in here, I kind of like I've been updating colors, updating PBR, updating accents. As you can see, it's like a little bluer up there. Now I kind of want to make this darker, like I explained last time, and then maybe put up some other like a darker scene with like a blue light. Maybe not in every room, but maybe at least in the cryo area. Um, but I mean, we'll see. I'm still kind of experimenting and making sure I have everything set up in a way that like, is something I would want. But so far, I like the accent colors I chose, and they're like a good balance, I think, in my opinion. But these textures, especially once you're in game and you're like you see them, everything just looks so much. It's just so much easier to look at already. Just like certain things are just like it's like, oh, I could see what's going on now, or like, and then I don't know. It's like even the bumps and stuff on these textures look better. I still want to make that darker up there, probably. But yeah. Yeah, like certain areas just look so nice. Um, let's see. I just want to learn Halo 4 too. Yeah, I mean Halo 4 is the best engine to mod on. I mean, dude, even if you want to do like a mod that's nothing like Halo 4, it's still the best one to mod on. You know what I mean? Like if you can probably like if you wanted to do like a Halo 3 style mod, you can literally recreate Halo 3 in here and then just do it, and probably be better in the end because like there's so much more you can do, and honestly, you could make it look just as good if you set things up right, in my opinion. Yeah, it's like weird having it like this because I'm seeing so much things that I didn't really notice before. Uh, and again, just ignore the cube maps because you'll see some really weird cube maps. It'll be like, why is there training grounds in the reflection? But yeah, I'm liking the progress so far, personally. I mean, I guess that's a good thing since I'm the one doing it, but you know what I mean? Yeah, you painted it and somebody modeled it. Oh yeah, you can post a link. Post it in like modding general or just somewhere in the Discord. It doesn't really matter, and then I'll click on it. But yeah, like even these walls, like everything's just looking like a little shiny, but also like way more detailed. Like I can always bring down the shininess if I want to. Let me switch the zone set. Okay, so I've been messing around with the beacon BSP. Actually, that's something else I did off stream um, as well. So the area where with all the beacon missiles, like they like just like when you're in the observatory or whatever, like it goes kind of like it's like it opens up and then it gets brighter, right, from the door. But in this case, it's like it's opening up the big old maw door from Requiem. So what I did, I was like, I don't like how it goes from like bright to brighter. You know what I mean? Like in both those cases. So I don't know about the inside. I might keep the lights on the inside in the observatory up there. But like but out here though, I was like, I don't know why it's so bright. Skybox isn't loaded right, by the way. That's just what it does in Sapien. But what I did is like I made it darker out here a little bit. I might even make it more darker. But like basically now what'll happen is like whenever the maw opens up, it'll be like the light that it shines. It's like way darker now. Or I mean, since it's darker, like it looks way. It doesn't look brighter, but it looks cooler because it goes from like this darker kind of tone to like a brighter one. And I'm just kind of still playing with the level of brightness for that. But I was like, and then in general, like it was really bright out here, and I guess it could be reflecting off that planet, but. I mean, I don't know. It's like the only bright side's over there, and I don't think it would be hardly even hit over here. So, I don't know. The lighting was always so weird out here in general. So, I've been kind of messing with it. Trying to see what I can do with that. And then, if you want, I could show you in tag tests, because it's kind of like a shitty... It's kind of shitty to show you in this, to be honest, because how it looks right now. I'll just load one up in the background. So I'll load up that checkpoint. Oh shit, I did too. Alright, and then let's see. Red blipping light, maybe. I don't know. I think that was something that I was talking about earlier. Is it really the best engine despite 360 limitation? I mean, there's every game engine was on the 360. What do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like the Halo 5, it's not like you can mod the Halo 5 engine, otherwise that would be the best engine, or the Halo Infinite one. It's the best modding engine. It's just the newest, you know what I mean? And the thing is, they updated it. It has much more, capabilities. It's the only Halo engine that's publicly available to mod with mod tools that like you can basically achieve like modern fidelity in a way. Not, I mean, kind of modern, you know. Obviously, newer game engines will do much better because that's what they're made for. But like Halo 4, it still has some limitations from being on the 360, like map sizes, and there's like some hard limitations, like the size of things, and then the way it compresses stuff. Again, it's really tied to like the size of things being a little too low, in my opinion. Like if they actually changed that, I think that would allow me to do like even like probably as much as like Halo 5, for example. But then Halo Infinite, like I don't think they'll ever give us mod tools for Halo 5 or Infinite. I feel like that they'll just abandon that software after after all it went through or some shit. But like again, it's just like you don't have, like, if you make a map for Halo 3, it's like extremely painful, and then if you do it for Halo 4, I mean, the only thing that would make it more painful in Halo 4 is if you like do something so detailed that the Halo 3 map is like, if it was just so basic compared to it. But like if you like ported a Halo 3 map to Halo 4, for example, or if you just like made a Halo 3 map, like you have to seal every hole in all the geometry in Halo 3 and below, and stuff like that just makes, I mean, it literally, it takes like way longer than just making the map. Like you can make the geometry and just use it, but like whenever in Halo 3, like if it's not like perfect, then like it literally will like kill you in game. Like every hole in Halo, like if there's a hole in your map and you walk near it, it'll just like kill you for some reason. But yeah, I mean, basically, yeah, it's just like much easier to make maps with. And then again, like it has like the most functionality. There's like object scripting, different stuff with lighting and the textures, but and then like a lot of stuff. I think the only thing like you can't like do is like if you wanted to make flood swarms and shit. Like you can make flood, but you like if you wanted to make the swarms as complex as the old games, I don't think that's functions for that. But I've seen people create shit with effects that like and other loopholes, and seen them come out almost just as effective. So who knows? There might be like another loophole. I could imagine seeing Halo 4 HD with compressed texture in its glory. Yeah, I wish they just like I wish they would just with the data of the game. I wish they just released all the textures uncompressed. Like just like, luckily these shaders are helping it a lot, but like even this one right here, like you could just see that it's green right there. So before this became a PBR shader, this wasn't just green, it was like really bright green, but this shader really helps a lot. But it's still not enough for some areas, so I'm gonna change those. Let me actually, while I'm out here, let me go on the observatory now, and then yeah, because the first textures I'm gonna update in this stream are in the observatory, because they're like extremely obvious in there, like it's like bad. So I'm gonna start with the ones that I noticed the first or the most. Oh, and while we're waiting, so like I was gonna talk about this. I'm not gonna do this, but iExaminar, he like released basically what he did is he set up this scene from the Forbidden Halo Infinite map. It's called Forbidden, which is really cool, because what this will allow someone, or including me, which I don't think I'm going to do this because it'll take way too long, and again, I'm not really into the multiplayer because they don't really give us anything to like player mods with unless we just have a ton of friends and organize something, which is just not really worth it, unless something's already there and every once in a while. But it's not really worth making a map, if only like a handful of people are going to end up playing it. But so basically since what I examine our grid is on the Halo archive. If you go over there, he just posted that on here, and it's just he basically ported it to Blender. And the reason why this is good for modders is because if you want to port something from Halo Infinite, it's extremely hard. That's why I didn't do it in one-to-one port, because what he did here is like God, it's so hard and time consuming, and honestly, I'm not even sure like if all the maps are capable of it, because like these textures use the ROHM texture, which is very similar to like an ORM texture, while most of the textures in the game are those procedurally generated ones, and they have like these like ASG type textures, and they all of them are connected together and mask, and they're like a whole bunch of masks, things that like blend it together, and a whole bunch of textures over each other, and the way they blend together, like I would have to just bake it basically separately, and that's what this allows you to do. Is if you like go up and look at these, it's kind of like a similar way where it's like you have your basic, you'll have your one texture, but instead of it just repeating on it like with this one, it blends with these other ones as well, and that's how it looks so detailed and this and that. But if I wanted to port this to Halo 4, since this the way this is blending it with all these nodes, like it's like mixing them together and stuff to make it all like one image without it looking like a repeating image. You know what I mean? That way it kind of all looks unique and not asymmetrical with the detail. Well, basically, setting this up is extremely hard, obviously. As you can see, this is just one object in texture, and they're all like that. So what you can do is you can go in here and bake the objects, with Simple Bake. Oh, wait, you can't see that. Let me just bring it over here. So what you can do is bring it, bake these with Simple Bake, like I can just add it to it as a, and then bake it. And what will happen, which I already tested it, just to see. So I got the bakes. So if you look over here, it will bake your something that will be compatible for Halo 4, which is your diffuse or albedo. Then you got your normal map with all the detail and grunge instead of just the other map that, which that itself will add a lot of detail. And then you got your roughness and your metallic, and you even have an AO map right here. So that's what you need to make that object look exactly the same in Halo 4. So if I did that, then I could, like, all these objects would have to be baked, and I'm assuming a lot of them are sharing textures, but definitely not all of them. But I would probably have to bake them individually, which will take a long time. But yeah, it's definitely now possible to port Forbidden. Anytime someone does this, it makes it like it was possible before, but like if you wanted to do a one-to-one port, you basically have to do this first, I believe, unless there's other ways. But like honestly, I believe this would be the way, the pathway. So if someone ever wanted to do that, that's how you do it. I don't think I have time to, but otherwise I would, because it's so tempting. You could even actually use all these objects to just build a whole new map, to be honest. Like you don't even need to build like this same one. Like there's so many individual pieces and stuff. Like you can make remixes of the map and shit, like that would be cool. But yeah, I just wanted to like talk about that because that would be fucking awesome. And yeah, Forbidden has peak aesthetic. I love that, like whatever the aged Forerunner. Like I don't know if that's supposed to be ancient humans on a Halo ring civilization, or if that's supposed to just be like worn down Forerunner architecture or what. I can't remember what the actual lore is, but I just love that shit because it reminds me of Delta Halo from Halo 2, that kind of stuff. But let me look at your link if you posted that. I don't know if you did yet. All right, let me see. Oh, I've seen these, I think. Oh yeah, I guess Wolf. I've seen these. Those are too basic, honestly. Like I could probably make a better one than that, to be honest, if I actually tried. Like I have not 3D modeled shit, but like the thing is, I have 3D modeled enough. Like I've altered enough stuff. I have 3D modeled a map, and like just 3D modeling a map and like fixing things and doing all that type of 3D modeling was enough for me to like basically have like enough experience. Honestly, dude, I feel like I could get something much better looking than this for if I used Infinite's like different Sentinel parts, not just the Sentinels, but there's like so many types of Sentinels. Like I could use Forerunner pieces and Sentinel pieces, and I think I could probably come up with something similar to this. Just like the problem, the only reason I couldn't use this is because it's way too low poly. This is even lower than Halo 4, and I'm trying to aim for above Halo 4. Just for the future proofing the mods, and for whatever else people do in the future. I think a lot of people will probably keep using Halo Infinite stuff and trying to make Halo 4 look more modern and like Halo Infinite or even like Halo 3 depending on what you like. But yeah, dude, this is like I feel like Masters would like this. It reminds me of some of the stuff he was using. And like again, I'm not going to say this is good. It's definitely like I really like this. I want to be clear. I really like this. I just think again, it's just not like it's just really low poly. It's like it almost looks like Halo 2 poly. Maybe Halo 3. It's been a while since I really looked at Halo 3, but I mean, again, the actual design of that's really nice. Like in general, though. Uh-oh, I'm on the wrong side. All right. Honestly, the graphic fidelity of the level of Deus Ex Mankind Divided, so is my opinion. It's all that is needed. Graphics could be stopped then, and it would be all good. I could imagine to see Halo 4 HD and uncompressed textures in all its glory. Yeah, I read that earlier, I think. It's in Discord. We're sending into weapons and redesign. I love Forbidden. What's up? What's up, Kenzie? But yeah, Forbidden. Yeah, I already said that earlier. But yeah, it's peak. I'm like rereading a lot of these, but my bad. I made the entire downtown area of Dallas in Blender. What the fuck? I feel like every city has of Dallas. There's a city named Dallas where I live too, but I'm assuming you mean Texas. Or every state has a Dallas. I mean, is that what I said? Yeah, it's just the basic, I thought. By the way, look at the guy's crawler. That is cool. It still bugs me how the Knight has that huge engine-looking thing on his back. Yeah, I agree. I would probably want to reduce that a little bit because he gets a little too big and bulky and crap. You know what I mean? Actually, I'll try to find that. See if I could get that crawler. That's still good. Like inspiration though. I guess. He has like the little robot Sentinel soldier. Like if someone made a Halo like 2 mod or 3 mod, then yeah, like I think these would be perfect. It's still kind of like the thing is though, like it still kind of doesn't look super Bungie-ish. You know what I mean? Like it, and then this is a damaged version. But I mean, it does look more Sentinel like and better. It does look better, but like there's still like a part of it that almost reminds me of like something else besides Bungie. I don't know if it's like if I'm getting like Source Engine vibes or you know what I mean. Like I'm not sure what I'm getting or what's making me think that. I think these are the ones that Masters is using. Now that I look at them. So you got the Watcher too. Yeah, I think these are the ones he's using. Which and he's doing like a like lower poly version, so that would fit perfectly for like a mod like that. But yeah, like I don't know. I'll probably take a stab at that like 1 week, see how like far I can get, and if it seems plausible, then I'll probably keep doing it. Because like they're not that complex, and they're robotics, so they can have like stiff joints and so that means like I won't have to really like do much with to like make them work right, I guess. I don't get why they went from the bug design Half-Life to combined Synth Soldier. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Like it's just something reminds me of Half-Life in those. Maybe it's just the orange color they used. They need more foreigner metal parts. Yeah, I don't know. I just want them to look more Sentinel and Forerunner. Like I just feel like they just don't. You know what I mean? I just feel like they're just another thing in Halo 4 and 5 that look like they could be from an entirely different universe. But I'm gonna close this, save some resources. But man, that is so tempting to like port this to Halo 4. God, I wish I could just split off into like 20 people and just do all these different things at once. That would be fucking awesome. Or just like, I don't know. That's why I wanted to show that. Maybe it'll influence someone else to do it. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, hey, look how easy this would be. Look how cool it is. That's why I just showed you guys that, because hopefully someone sees this and they're like, dude, I'm going to port that to Halo 4. Because I'm like, that great, now I don't feel the need to do it. Because sometimes I just feel like, I'm like, oh man. Like, I do kind of want to keep importing Mombasa. I think that'll be a side project that I'll kind of combine with this project. Because once I get to the firefight portion of it, I might make like a Spartan Ops mission on there, or a firefight mission. These Spartan Ops on Mombasa in Halo 4 would go hard. And then in that case, and by that time it'll have brutes and all that stuff. That's something that I plan on eventually doing on the side, but I'm going to be honest, my plan is once I release like the campaign and like, all the single player content, or not the single player, sorry. All the campaign content and, training grounds. Once I release that, then like I'll work on my firefight and multiplayer stuff, but I'm not gonna probably keep the same pace. I want to try to like bust out the campaign and like finish everything. Now that I've gotten so much better and I'm getting so much faster with this shit. So like, yeah. So basically, I'm gonna probably half focus on Unreal content. If you want me to be honest, I want to try to start learning all that stuff. And I'm in college. I'm trying to get my late ass degree since, I got tired of working in a warehouse in a graphic arts industry. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I can do something. So I'm just going to get a degree, try to get a better job. I've been working at a dead-end job like for 10 years, you know what I mean? Like it gets old. So that's kind of what it took for me to actually like try to finish my degree, which I only got 2 years left now, so that's good. Even though mainly because I changed my degree, otherwise I would only have one. Let's see. So what I'm about to show you real quick, I made this area a little bit darker. It's a little too loud. My bad. When I listen to my normal music, I'm jamming out. And I want to completely update all the Covenant shit, by the way. Like, all the Covenant crates and all the Covenant vehicles. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do Halo Infinite in the campaign for the vehicles, by the way. I don't think I'll have the room to, but if I can, maybe I will. If not, obviously Halo Infinite didn't have a Phantom. But if you've seen Rejected Shotgun's Halo 4 mods, that Phantom
Chief, you need
would be great. And by the way, it's in third person. I'm just fine. That's not like in the mod. And by the way, I want to fix it so you hear the space sound effect on the new sound effects. I didn't realize that wasn't like automatic or something. So I think I need to apply like when you build your sound banks, you gotta like apply settings to them, but I don't know how to. There's no tutorial. So there might be a tutorial for a different game. Maybe I can use that to apply it to this game. And then I've seen Soy do it, so maybe I can ask him. Oh, I missed it. How did I miss that? Oh, now it's down here. Let's see. Alright, I'm just gonna get to this other part over here. That way, like, I can just show you what I'm, you know, how it's going on about. You can already see the darkness difference. I didn't know if I should make it too dark. Like, I don't want to make it too dark in the beginning.
Launch initiated!
And I really want to update this shit. By the way, this shit is very rough looking still, and I want to fix that up and make it look a lot better. I just can't. I've been like trying to like ideation, you know. I've been trying to like try stuff out.
Hey, the blast door's jammed. The missile won't fire until it's cleared. Get down there.
And if you notice, like, I've changed the colors of like all these effects of all the like so many different things have been changed in here. Including besides the textures, like all the effects were like green and like all these colors that didn't even really make sense. There's still a couple things I need to fix, but like you might notice that.
You did it! Get back!
Like the flames used to be green. There's like this green glow on that I need to still replace. That's like the last color I think that I need to find. It's so hard to find all these, by the way. Like they'll be in there in so many pages that are like hidden kind of. But this is what I'm talking about. Kind of wanted to be a little darker, so when it gets brighter, it'll look like higher contrast and bigger difference.
Scanning us.
You know, so it'll be a bigger impact.
So, now, can we worry about the giant metal planet?
Yes, see now it's like getting
using a
brighter.
gravity well to pull us inside the surface. We've got to hurry. The second we cross the dome's event horizon, its atmosphere is going to tear us apart.
See what I mean? Now it's like a lot brighter.
Aft vehicle bay.
It's like the contrast of what it looked like before is kind of what I was going for. Because before, like, that would open and it would get brighter, but it wasn't even that much brighter. It was like almost already that bright, just from like
Tagging the closest.
just from like the planet's light being reflected off what stars, you know? Like I don't even know if there's a sun around here.
Airlock, go!
Oh, and then I don't know why that fucking door's still fucking. I think I broke one of the doors when I was fucking around with it. I like removed something and then I don't know. Again, this whole planet is like a work in progress. I'm trying to figure out something. I'm starting to look at Halo Infinite stuff to see if there's something in Halo Infinite I can use to make Requiem look better. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna close that because it doesn't even work right in safety or attack test, that area. Why is it still playing? What the fuck? Wait, where is this playing at now? Bro, I'm so confused. Like, wait, I already closed tag test. Oh, there it goes. Dude, it was just gonna keep playing that music, I think. Alright, so another thing I want to do, if you see, this is how the LOD of the outside is. You know, obviously there's like a few things that aren't LODs. But like, this is like an LOD of it. So what I want to do is delete this whole LOD model. And then I want to just basically load the whole BSP out here, which I think it could only take like 5 minutes to do if I like just do it. But I don't want to cause any issues, so I'm going to take my time. But instead, this is what I'm doing starting off. As you see these walls, they should not be green. They should not be green at all. Neither should any of these. And I think these are the worst and most compressed textures I've ever seen on this level. So I'm going to target these first and see the difference. So first of all... Oh, by the way, another thing I was going to talk about. I totally forgot. I've already shown this, but this is what I'm using for the Infinity mission when you get new armor. And again, like, there's a possibility I might have 2 versions of the campaign eventually, where one where you don't get armor and you just use the same armor, and then one where you get armor and, you know, like, if I'm still deciding if I want to just do one or the other or both. Because there's a lot of people that are like, I don't want the new armor, and then they're like, what do you mean, Mark? The mod, you know, armor? And I'm like, and that's the other thing. It's like, oh no, I just don't. In this mod, I was thinking of just pretending that doesn't exist. Like, I was gonna give him something else that doesn't even look like the mod armor. So I'm really torn between what I should actually do. Like I really might just make a version of the mod where it's just like one version you get the armor and one you don't, you know, so that it's like, because I don't know, or maybe I'll have like one where you get like the Halo 5 armor, and then like one where you just don't get, where you just keep the Halo 3 armor. You know, I don't know. Like, I'm still debating, but this would be like the BSP, and then like I just like mirrored it from the Halo 5 one so that it has like a full bay. And then Broen set up all these textures like a while back. He set them up in Blender. So now all I have to do is basically port them over. And I actually did all these. I ported like most of these to the PBR textures from Halo 2A before it was real PBR. So now I need to redo them all again because they're not set up right. So I'm just gonna redo it from scratch, because back then I was like really bad at that, and now I'm like, actually know what things look like and shit, you know what I mean? And like how things should be. So there's probably a lot of things that were like messed up or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna probably use this as like, and then what this mission will be is like you come up like out of one of these doors or some shit, and then it'll just kind of walk out, and then someone will kind of be like, hey, you got your armor over here near the end of the bay. And it'll be like over here on like a table or some shit. And then what'll happen is like, I'm just gonna have like fucking different like Covenant flying in the bay trying to like invade or whatever. And then you'll kind of kill them off, and then after that you'll get your armor. I think that's like, I don't want to make a whole missions for the sake of the mod being like finished eventually. But that will be kind of like the missing mission between, you know, when you first go on the Infinity and then before you go out on the Mammoth. And that's what I'm thinking about. And again, for the 19th time, I'm probably gonna make like 2 versions of the mod. And when I say 2 versions, it's meaning like they're gonna be the same mod, because I don't have time to make 2 actual versions. But, you know, I'll just have one where with a different chief, probably, or one where you like get new armor, one where you don't. Or I'll just what I might do is just ask if everyone wants to, just, you know, what people prefer. Because honestly, I don't really care which one, you know. Like, I just like want him to. I love the Halo 3 armor that he has on, and honestly, I almost wish it was. I almost want it on the whole time just because it's so nice. But at the same time, like, it would be really cool to like kind of fill in this mission, or to fill in the game with this mission, and, you know, give him new armor. Actually have an explanation for the new armor, you know. Man, I prefer Reach Ranger suit over this. Wait, hold on, I didn't read anything. Spartan Ops was waste potential. Spartan Ops could have been fired. Yeah. It definitely was. It was just like, dude, honestly, they didn't make it fun. They just like gave you more content, and like it just wasn't fun, you know? Like, and on top of it, the AI in that game, dude, or in Halo 4, like, they just made them not fun as well, you know? And like little things I'm trying to make them a little more fun by making them more like Reach, but then also making them talk. So it's like the cool stuff, like you got like the jet packs where the grunts explode. That's what I'm going to add soon. And then where, you know, little things like that. But then I want to take like stuff from like their voices, you know. I think grunts should always have voices, and they always sound great. Even the elites, man. Elites sound a lot better with voices too, in my opinion. But then at the same time, you know, like, I want to try to make the best, you know, take the best parts, and I want to make the Prometheans less bullet spongy and more fun somehow, but, you know, all that'll come eventually after everything looks good. The oversized orc-looking brute from Halo 4. What the fuck? I have to finish my math final, and I'll have a bachelor's. But damn, that shit's hard. Yeah, that's why I stopped doing my last degree, because they wanted me to take like calculus 2, and I'm like, bro, like I don't even like math. And I was going for I originally went for a video game dev degree, but I didn't know when I was younger that meant only coding and only math. I was like, oh, I don't want to do that stuff. That's what the other guy does. Like, I always pair with someone that's good at that stuff because I'm like good at everything else. You know what I mean? So then now nowadays I'm going. It's a lot more affordable to get like an art degree. So I'm getting an art degree. You know, and I'm just like, you know, back then there was the only colleges that could give you like a college of fine arts or some shit. Like all the colleges had art degrees back then for video games, dude. They were like $100K starting out, like for the degree, like what it would cost. And I'm like, dude, I just can't afford it, you know. And then a lot of the colleges were a little fancier too, so I don't even know if I was gonna get accepted. So eventually, like I just dropped out. And I was like, fuck this shit. And then I worked in graphic arts and did that for like 10 years. And I was like, dude, this is terrible. Like, I mean, I didn't even like what I was doing. You know what I mean? It was just like rinse and repeat dumb work. It would no debt. You know, I was making like 30 an hour before I quit my job. But it's like, that was like the most I could possibly make, dude. Like, ever. And I was like, well, what's the point? And I might as well try to do a job I actually like and make more at the same time. Hopefully that's my end goal. If I could make more than that and get a job that like I have more passion with, then that's the goal. Even if I don't work for a video game company, even if I just do like animation or something, you know, I don't know. Like we'll see. Man, I prefer. Let's see. Can you add the skull that makes a mission third person? I could try. I don't know if that's a thing or not. Man, I prefer the Reach Ranger suit over this. I still don't know what that means. Oh, you're talking about the space suit. Yeah, I mean, again, we don't have a modern space suit, so I can't use the Halo Reach one because that's not part of the mod. I got rid of I actually already had a Halo Reach Ranger suit, but unfortunately it's Halo Reach and it's just old and it's not like what I'm trying to do with the mod. I don't know why they didn't make a Halo Infinite version, you know, since like they're like literally Halo Reach elites, not like style wise, you know, not like the you know, like the way they like set up all the ranks and shit. Like, pretty much everything in Halo Infinite was like a nod to Halo 1 and or Reach. Which is kind of weird. Because now we're getting that actual game. The Spartan Ops and Infinite have open hangar. Wait, what? This open hangar is from Halo 5. It's from a cutscene. In future Halo titles, I think they should use those rounds back grunts, heavies, and make their armor green. This hangar looks like Halo Infinite intro one. What? I'm trying to think what the Infinite... Oh, it is that intro one, technically. I mean, it is part of the Infinity, yeah. This is from Halo... This is that same one. It's what they use, you know, like whenever they gave the animators, like all the models, like this is the model they use, but you know, the atmosphere is so dark and different looking, and they used new, you know, like they didn't use I don't think they used any of these old crates and stuff. So like it was like a kind of an Infinite version of it, you know, which I would use that, but it doesn't exist unless you go to whatever you know, it's basically the same thing, you know what I mean? But they just whatever. Who did that? Axis Studios? They probably got that. They probably decked it up, but honestly it's not like they just had something that worked for that cutscene. It probably a lot of times that stuff doesn't look nearly as good as, you know, because it's not like finished. They only do it for like what angles they need and shit. But it's probably just the same model. I bet. It's weird how the Charon frigate can shoot down a cruiser, but the Paris class stroll to hold up. Yeah, sometimes they just do things like just them bum rushing the Infinity in the first place was kind of like if you, obviously you can just do that, but dude, you're in like the biggest, like, space is so vast and shit, and like the being like at the right place at the right time like that, it was just so like, I think they explained it, but I don't know. It was kind of like one of those things where I was like, damn, dude, like, you know, like I was like, that's kind of cheap, but at the same time, like, I mean, it's possible. And again, I think they explained how they knew in like a book or something. I don't remember. I remember hearing something about them explaining that. Reach elite announcers speak English during invasion. Oh yeah, do they? That's true. I think wait, is that? Man, my memory's so bad with that shit. But yeah, I just prefer the you know, even though Halo 3 Halo 3 Elite voices are like a little better than, or not better, but they're like a little weird and goofy, you know? Like, they're good, but they're like a little bit like goofy, kind of. But at the same time, like, it's still better than just like random noises that are like alien noises, because that's what I hated about Reach as well. Like, they all sound like aliens, and I'm like, I mean, I get why they're doing that, but like it was, back then, it was like good for that one game, and then they continued it on in Halo 4. They continued on a lot of things they started in Halo Reach and Halo 4, and I don't think they ever would have done those more than just Reach. Like, I feel like Reach was like a test bed for like different things, and and you know, they were trying to do new things. You know, they were trying to make new games and phase out of Halo, and you know, and I'm sure they were doing a lot of that just for Destiny as well. So they had the, you know, the functionality and stuff in there. Yeah, when it comes to college, I have it quite easier than Hang College, funded by the state. Ever consider bringing the trilogy's original premise back and making the foreigners human? I mean, I could, but I don't know. You know, that's just, there's like too much to do for stuff like that. I would have to like change the didact somehow, and like maybe even have to somehow change or cut some of the words he says out, and I don't know. Like, I don't know what that would involve, but that's just like way out of my scope. You know, I'm not doing anything past what I already have planned at this point. Otherwise, I won't ever finish. But again, like, sometimes people like create some really dope models or something, and then I'll be like, all right, I have to use this because it's perfect. You know, and then in that case, like, I could say someone's work is in this mod, you know what I mean? Or if something's just like finished, like if someone releases a vehicle tag that like I can use, like some vehicle tags have been made, but they're not really, like, I tried to use like Pepper's Pelican tag for the Reach one, but then I found out like it actually doesn't work by default in most missions. In general, it's a great vehicle tag, but it's like if you just try to like swap it out, it like so much things don't work right. And like you have to use the, like, I don't know, there's just so much involved with that. So now I'm at a point where I'm basically trying to like use all the same animation names and types, that way like everything works right, but with the Reach Pelican. Oh, Axis is gone now? Yeah, that is sad. Damn. They did a good job though. Yeah, they kind of did look like big gravity hammers or something weird. Honestly, I always thought they were like too basic, and I don't think like I just think all the Banished were like way too like Lego-y red basic, and I think they should have been more like scrappy, kind of like Halo Wars basically. Like Halo Wars had them perfect. I don't know, and it's not like, and that was like 3 for 3. You know, like I don't know why they would want to change that. You know, but let's get into this. I think I need to open up an old Cryo Room blend. That way I can find out what all these textures are easily. But yeah, like basically all I'm doing is I'm gonna keep replacing all the weapons with better options or better versions. I'm gonna try to get everything up to infinite quality. Or Halo 5 is, you know, type quality, you know, but basically Xbox One and above quality, you know. And then, like, that's just the goal. I'm not saying everything will be. Some things will be, like, almost impossible to get there, and some things will just not fit. Like, the vehicles in the campaign might not fit if I do Infinite, so... But at least I can make them look really nice. And give them PBR and shit like that if I end up using them. Because right now they have Halo 2A PBR, which helped a little bit. But the real PBR will make a huge difference and look a lot more accurate. Alright. Here we go. So I got the, what is that, the armory? So let's see. Alright, so basically I'm just gonna figure out like what is the texture right here. This is it multiple? Let's see. Okay, so the whole side right here is this one. The Warthog drum set in Fortnite? What do you mean drum set? Like you can play drums? But a Warthog drum set? I'm confused. Would it be possible to slip a word into Didact's reveal speech so he, instead of Forerunners, this is Forerunners, your Forerunners have returned? I don't know if that's possible. I mean, I don't even really know how dialogue's laid out. I mean, I could technically like find that sound and then replace in the sound bank with an updated one, but then I would have to like use an AI to like get like his voice to like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like I could do that, but it's like if I were to put that on my priority list, like there's a lot of things I want to do, don't get me wrong, right? But if I were to put it on like a priority list, then about half the stuff on my priority list will never get finished, right? Because it's so long. But so it's like there's like a million things I would love to do if I just somehow got to it. I'm just trying to like put basic expectations because like there's a high chance I won't ever get to it. So it's like I would love to make this just like a straight up Bungie a Bungie Halo 4 game, but it's like, dude, like I don't know, man. Like I would actually get a team if I did that, and then I would be like, all right, someone rebuild these BSPs, you know, and then someone redo the audio and the writing and try to like replace all that so that it aligns with that, you know. I would have to like have so much going on just to get that to get done in within a decade or within half a decade. That's why it's just like I'm just trying to like finish like the most bang for your buck priority, like making everything PBR, for example. That shit made the biggest difference. And then like stuff like that, like replacing this, like I could just leave it green and looking like shit, but you know, like stuff like this is such a simple thing. And that alone, it will make such a big difference. I want to see, you know what? I've already extracted a lot of these. I want to see if they have the green in there. In the ones I extracted, or if that's actually like stuck in there now that it's in the game. I'm not sure if the actual compressed version is the one that you see what I mean though? Like you don't see green here, right? Oh, you do actually. Let me try that then. Let's see if I can re-import it. This is just a test. I want to see what this does. Oh damn, can't even. Re-import. Let's just try that. So I did have one. Oh, look at that, guys. So what it looks like is this is the same as that bitmap, right? So basically, if you extract a compressed bitmap from Halo 4, it gives you the original one, not the compressed one. And then if I just re-import it, with better settings, then it goes away, it seems. I mean, there is a little bit going on, but I think those colors are from the basically from the pre-compression. Since they're not using source, images, so they like compress it and then they import it and then it gets further compressed. So honestly, dude, without having to go on, like, what I might try, like, I might try to find a better one in a, just real quick, maybe there's like another one in the game. Let me see. What does this look like? Okay. The dog needs to pee, it sounds like. So what I'm going to do is search for it. So the reason why I say is Certain Affinity, when they redid theirs, they had a lot better looking versions. I noticed in some cases. But I'm trying to see if it's like actually better looking or not, or if it's just... This one looks like the compressed version that had green still. Basically, I'll try to find the best looking one. That one looks like it's black and white. Is that the one I just re-imported? Yeah. Why did it get so dark? What the fuck? So this is 256 by 512. They're the same size. Like, I don't know why they did that. There's so much Certain Affinity versions that, like, honestly don't look any better. Do not allow stitching. Let me see what that does. God damn it, the way this... Okay. And... Okay, didn't do anything. I was thinking if it actually... Like, maybe they knew something I didn't, you know what I mean? Alright, well, you see what I mean, though? Literally just... What I basically did is I used Reclaimer to extract all the bitmaps at one point, and then I just told it to re-import it. The only problem with that, though, is Reclaimer usually doesn't get the alpha right. So if there is a material that uses an alpha for this, then it would be bad. But let me see. I don't think it had an alpha, but I don't think it mattered. Like, it's just like a really... Like, is that being used? I don't think it is. And then this is the same. Yeah, it didn't even use an alpha. So yeah, if it doesn't use an alpha, I guess I'll just re-import it with... Oh, wait. And then instead of, like, doing uncompressed, I'm going to compress it, but tell it to look pretty. That way it's not like a huge file. And it won't, like, bloat my maps and break the mod. Let's see if that helps. Or let's see if that looks alright. Force pretty, best compressed color. Alright, yeah. So, it's compressed, it's pretty. I think that's the best way to make it look good without, to make sure, yeah. Yeah. I think that'll be it. I mean, again, what I could do is go in later on and find better versions, and like they might have like higher resolution versions in like Halo 5 or stuff like that, you know, in Halo 2A as well. Which I might go through and maybe look for those, but I don't know, you know. But the thing is, I don't want to do it if it's going to increase the file size too much, basically, because that's like one of the biggest problems. Is the bigger the file size, the more problems that comes with it. There's just so much potential in the original trilogy that alluded to it. Guilty Spark pretty much confirming by stating, well, I mean, I know. Like, I mean, we all know that was the original plan. in Halo 2 that was 100% the plan, and then by Halo 3 it was still the plan, but then like it's like they obviously even said it with Guilty Spark, and then it's like then they had all these like terminals that alluded to like other things with the Forerunners, with the Didact and, you know, Librarian, which I think the problem with those is they like had like they didn't exactly say, I don't know if they said like certain things, but like I feel like that was them opening a pathway for the future for whoever else took it on. Because like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. I wish Bungie just made a Halo 4 instead of a Halo Reach, man. Because even though they loved that trilogy idea, I think things would have turned out way better if they handled Halo 4. You know what I mean? And then if they started with Halo 5 or something, like that would have been like, I wonder how that would have turned out, or how that would have impacted the series. And because so many things that happened in Halo 4, like with the game, were so influenced by the fact that it basically used the Halo Reach engine with upgrades, you know what I mean? There was so much, you know, besides that, there's so much stuff just still left over from Reach. And even the art style and the gameplay was influenced in a way, like it was like a stepping stone, in my opinion, towards what became Halo 4. And Halo 4's art style is way worse than like Reach's, but I just think like Reach's is still like Halo, in my opinion. I just think Halo 4 like took whatever that direction they were going. Like it's like Halo Reach got it more gritty and realistic is my take, I guess. While Halo 4 wanted to do that, but then they made it so over detailed that it was almost unrealistic, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, if you just look at the floors, and not this is a terrible example, but there's a lot of rooms in this game where if you like walk around and like look at stuff, like a lot of stuff, I mean, sometimes things look fine, but there's certain rooms in the game, this isn't really a good example, but there's like certain rooms in this game that like, I'm like, dude, that just doesn't make sense. Like, why would that ever exist like that? It's functionality wise doesn't make sense. It doesn't even, you know, they just have a lot of stuff that's so over detailed like that. It kind of reminds me of when an AI makes an image of something, you know, and if they make a gun, it'll have like extra barrels and attachments and things that don't actually exist or make sense in reality. You know, it's like they like designed Halo like that, or in a way, and I don't know. That's just my take on it. There's just too much going on, and then I don't know. There's so much other things that, you know, that made it look a certain way too. Yeah, too much sci-fi, and it's not just sci-fi, it's like future crazy sci-fi, where it's like again, Warframe is what basically turned into that. Halo 4's art style, it left Halo 5 and went to Warframe. I'm just kidding. All the people that like made Halo 4's art style, not the main directors, but like the other artists, most of those guys went to Warframe, and because of like, I mean, that's literally like what it looked like. And they made it look great. I mean, that looks great with the Warframe aesthetic, you know. Warframe looked like that, and it matched it, so. I know Warframe came after that, but that's why I was saying they went from Halo 4 to that. But that's just like how much they like that art style. They, you know, like they shouldn't have been working on Halos, but what I'm trying to say, they didn't like Halo. They liked Warframe and other stuff like that. Like, there's like sci-fi nerds that like different types of sci-fi, you know, like more serious shit. Like, it's like the difference between people that like Star Wars and like Battlestar Galactica and like Star Trek, and, you know, and the differences those have. Like, personally, I like Star Wars and Battlestar, for example, but like Star Trek, I can't really get into. You know what I mean? Like, it's like there's different types of like shit for different people, even in like sci-fi. Like, I feel like if you don't like sci-fi, you probably just think it's all lumped together. But I'm like, man, not for me. Let's see what this texture is. Right here. Panel O2A. Let's just copy that, if it'll let me. Honestly, the compressed for a floating ship gives off wear and tear look. It can, but that's not what it is. It's just compressed and ugly. So, like, I get what you're saying, but I'd rather have real wear and tear than like just like a shitty compressed texture, because it doesn't look good. I don't care what you say. It doesn't look good. It looks terrible. But I get what you mean. It does. It definitely could look like wear and tear. Which, honestly, though, there's a chance that I might, like, add wear and tear to some of this shit, you know what I mean? Luckily, Ollie made, like, a grime version of the texture, so I could add, like, a grime map to, like, all these, you know? Which I might actually try that. I might try that with some of the ones that are, like, way too clean looking, you know? Like, they look really good, but some of them look really clean, and it's kind of weird for being on a ship. I mean, yeah, the ship hasn't been touched in that long, but it's also been sitting here, and probably went through hell going to the Ark and back and all that shit, you know? So, yeah, I agree. Like, there's parts of it that should look totally rusted and damaged and grimed out and just, like, old in a way. Not super old, but, like you know, like it's been floating around in space for, like, years. Well, bro, that's a whole different color. Without compression, or, I mean, it still has compression, but without intense compression, it literally changed to a different color? Let me try that without compression to make sure. Because, like, that's fucking crazy, dude. Was it meant to be purple? Yeah, you saw the difference between compressed and pretty? Oh shit. Don't close. No, don't close. I didn't mean to close that. Damn it. No, I accidentally closed Foundation. Damn it. Isn't that wild, though? Like, anyone watching? Like... Damn it. Alright, let me reopen that. Hopefully it'll open the same ones, but Foundation's supposed to do that, but it doesn't remember anything right. It's like, these tools are so weird with the way they remember things. Like, it always remembers, like, old stuff instead of, like, what I recently did. That's crazy, though. I can't believe it's purple. I mean, that doesn't look bad, I guess. That actually kind of makes it look a little worn out, though, you know, kind of like you were saying. Even not talking about the compression, but I feel like at least that one kind of looks worn. That one looks, I mean, just about as worn as everything else, you know what I mean? Like I could potentially put, like, grime on, like, everything. It wouldn't be, like, too hard. But I mean, like, if you think about it, like, when you're, like, contained in space, like, and all this stuff, what happened? Like, all this stuff has just been sitting in there. Isn't that kind of like a pristine, like, environment? You know what I mean? Like, there's no air or anything. Like, you can't, like, create, like... I wonder what happens to like, metal floating through space. Does it rust? Or is there, like, no moisture to rust it? So would it just stay in perfect condition? You know what I mean? Like, I'm actually wondering, because, like, obviously, yeah, I haven't seen something sit in space, but I'm like, I feel like I should know that just from, I don't know, some sort of class or something. Like, I feel like something should have taught me that, or give me a better idea of that. God damn, that helps a lot, though. I guess that was using it, too. Yeah, maybe on the interiors. I mean, but I don't know, did they fill it up with oxygen, or because Master Chief's in a cryo chamber and in his Master Chief suit. So it makes me wonder, like, I think she used air when he woke up. I mean, obviously it was being preserved the whole time. You wouldn't just keep the AC on and the power whenever you're preserving it. I don't know. I mean, but then again, you know, like, it doesn't really matter that much. You know what I mean? But it is worth thinking about. obviously, because, you know, if it's like all clearly supposed to be old looking, but like it should at least be battle damaged, you know, because it was in battle, you know. What is, where is it open yet? What is it doing, dude? It, like, won't open it. I accidentally closed it, and now it's not gonna open. Oh, there it goes. Let me try that again. Damn, I think all these walls use that same texture. I mean, they look pretty grimy, you know? They definitely don't look clean. And I like how, like, you know, you could see, like, the layer of grime by, like, moving. It's a little fast, but, you know, so you can kind of see it on that one better. Did I make this darker? Oh, it's because I re-imported it. I didn't realize all those walls were using the same one. Kind of like it darker. I kind of wish the outside of the ship was more this color, you know what I mean? Because that's what the actual Forward Unto Dawn looks like. It was so much darker than whatever the fuck that is, you know? It was like a brownish gray, wasn't it? Like a dark gray. Well, damn it. Damn it. Those... Oh, yeah. Yeah, but... I definitely don't... I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Like, clearly there's a ton of oxygen going on right now. I just don't know if that was supposed to be because they just turned on the ship or not. And then this oxygen is, like, flowing out, meaning that there's no oxygen out here. So it looks like there was oxygen up in the top part, and then there wasn't any in here, so then there was an oxygen breach, and then it went... And that's why you go through this cutscene. So theoretically, there should be oxygen up there, maybe, just in case for Chief. And then in here, there wasn't any, as that cutscene showed. But I guess there is now. You know what I mean? Since, obviously, that has to be part of oxygen to look like that. And because this opened up and it all flowed through and shit. That's why I see it. I'll probably make the cryo room area like look a little darker and a little grittier and shit. Yeah, I guess I like that being darker. Is it too dark though? I could fix that if it is. I'll make it kind of contrast with the map a little bit better. Because there's so much like wider gray metals, you know what I mean? Yeah. What? Here's foundation. Oh, okay, we're back. Try out the material. Damn, it's not even... It's just that dark because of the re-import. Which is, like, weird, because, like... You know... I don't even think it's supposed to be that dark. It might be... I might have to do something with some of these. Oh shit, oh wait, never mind. I don't know. It kind of looks alright. Are they, like, is everything gonna get darker? But, like, that's, like, so much darker, though. I mean, it's good to, like, contrast stuff, but now I'm, like, worried about other areas. Do you plan on changing the Dawn to look like it did in Halo 3, or are you gonna keep it like OG? I'm basically using I'm using like well, originally I swapped it out with the Panama from that one map in Halo Infinite, and then I realized someone made a kind of good kit bash of the forward onto Dawn type styled shit, which with like similar quality to Infinite. So I'm just gonna like redo it. I like deleted it because it kind of looks like shit. I mean, it looked good, but like something about it was like, I don't know. I had to redo it anyway, so I'm like, I guess I don't know if I meant to delete it or not, but like it's gone. But yeah, I'm just gonna make it look like Forward Onto Dawn. I won't be able to do anything in the BSP and like make like this shit. I won't be able to like make the outside look, you know, but whatever. At least it'll look better, I guess, in general. Man, I don't know if I should. Like, I don't dislike the darker part, but I'm kind of conflicted. Like, are all the textures gonna end up looking like this? Which, I don't know. Like, maybe that's not a bad thing. But I don't know. It's weird because they're like darker, but they're not. Why is that one dark over there? I'm confused. I guess it's just the way it looks. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna go out, see what one of the ones outside does. Hey, isn't this a Forward Onto Dawn like song? Behold a pale horse. This just reminds me of when the Forward Onto Dawn like flies in and all the air blows back or whatever. Alright. I'm gonna try something real quick. So, this. Oh, wait. Alright, this one right here. Let's try this one. Alright, so let's see. Will this make it look way worse and unmatching if I like do this one as well? I'm just kind of like doing a little test at this point. It's like I guess I want to do this bitmap because it is compressed, but actually, all right, let's see what we got. Oh, see, that one didn't change. Let me try best uncompressed. Huh. Is the green actually gone out from this one or not? I think there's still a little green just in that fucking initial compression. Do you plan on... Oh, wait. I think the darker gray looks a lot better. Well, like up inside the middle area. I think I'll keep it then. I kind of like when things contrast and they're not so monotone. That's why I added like more contrasting elements to the mission and then added a whole bunch of accent colors that kind of match what accent colors they pick in the legacy titles. You know, like if you go look at like ODST or even in Halo Infinite, even though it's not a legacy title, like all the pipes are like kind of like a red like that, or you know, like that, or like a blue kind of like that. And I was like, that really brought the level to life a lot more. And then stuff like this, dude, like this was like neon green, and it was just like a flat it was just flat, you know, like it wasn't even a texture, it was just a color. Like there was so many weird things about, you know, this level. I was gonna make it that orange color though, but then I was like, I don't know, I can't tell if yellow or that orange would look better for the surrounding strip, like this circle. Like I wasn't sure, so I just made it a tinted like metal. Made it a little gold. I'll be like, oh, at least it looks alright. I was like, I'm still kind of figuring a couple color things out though. Well, that didn't look too bad. I guess what I'll do is I'm gonna just start like the beginning of the mission, and then just like run through the level and just look for stuff that like looks bad, because that way, if from this perspective, I'll be like hitting things that are most noticeable, you know what I mean, because it'll be from like a player's perspective more, and then I could just, I don't know, there's some green, there's some compressed textures that are just so bad, and then honestly there's a lot of textures that look totally fine. I mean bitmaps, not textures. Alrighty. Alright, real quick, I'm gonna let the dog out while this is loading. You're gonna see no Forward Onto Dawn in the intro if I don't get back in time, just so you know. Like there's like I ended up having like my original versions, so I'm gonna replace that, which is gone now, and then you'll even see like the Master Chief like picture before Cortana clicks on it. It's like the old Master Chief, like before they made like a 3D model that was like perfect, you know, for Master Chief. I basically kit bashed different parts from you know, the campaign and stuff like that, like that, or I think I used like the reach, and I used like I kind of like made the shoulders a little bit. I ended up like adjusting existing like an existing model like a ton to make the shoulders look good, and then I did all this work, and then they just came out with a fucking like 1-to-1 version that looked perfect. And that's why I was like, man, I can't believe how many times I've made Master Chief look the way he does. That's crazy. Alright. That's also why I'm so skeptical about doing you know, getting new armor, because I'm just not skeptical, but so like, put so much time into that crap. Come on, Jake. Jake. Come on, Jake. I heard you whining early.
Alright, there we are.
Dropped an extra large deucey deuce. Yeah, that's what happened when I deleted the thing. And then that chief right there, I need to recreate this part. So I want to recreate so like he has the. It kind of looks like the armor he has on, but it's actually the old armor that I used to have.
Wake up, Chief.
And then nothing really works right in tag test. Not nothing, but a lot of stuff doesn't work right. Like the animations don't work entirely correctly either.
You've been out for a while.
You've been out for a while.
We're still adrift on
Just a
Dawn.
few days,
Why
or
did you wake
years.
me?
Hang on. Bringing your systems online now.
I need to. You might notice, like I need to like make his upper arms part of his third-person body. It's like little things like that I procrastinate for so long, even though they're not that big of a deal.
You need to pull the manual release.
Seems like old times.
Seems like old times.
Get back to work.
I thought you never asked. We've got intrusion alerts lighting up on multiple decks. Our best bet to figure out who's
don't know
boarding
if
us
you
is the
noticed-
observation deck, 4 floors up.
I made the
Rescue team.
snow look more snowy.
With the red on it.
Well, it looks icy now. The ice is icing. Down, like, by the way, it does look darker in MCC, but not like a huge difference. Here, actually, I'll show you like, real quick, the difference between MCC, the intro. I like. This is an old version, but I think the beginning's still similar. I think some of the colors are different. Let me compare them, because honestly, like, I need to like make sure how much darker I need to make the level, if that makes sense. Because like, this like area down here doesn't look as dark as I like. Like, at least you can see like stuff better, but like, it's just like it's just not as dark down here. Let me try MCC and see what it does. Imagine if you redid the Gen 2 armor with the version from Infinite. Oh, you're talking about the mod or whatever? I don't know why, but for some reason the word wasp comes to my mind when I think of it. I can never pinpoint. I don't know if he looks like a wasp or what, but something just makes me think of the word wasp. Like, I think it's his shoulders, his shoulder plates or whatever. Something about him. I don't know, man. This is an old version, but it's not like super old. I think it has the same lighting. I think it does. I think I just changed some of the textures. We'll see. No, this is a very similar version. It's not as old.
You've been out for a while.
The pipes are blue, so can't be
We're
that
still
old.
adrift on the Dawn.
Why did you wake me?
Hang on. Bringing your systems online
It's
now.
not really that much different, to be honest.
I rewrote your suit's firmware
It's
while you were
like
out.
it seems like way
You've been
different
busy.
with my training grounds map, but it seems pretty much the same. I feel like so I'll probably make it like half as.
You need to pull the
Right.
manual release.
Maybe I might like reduce the brightness maybe 50% in here,
Seems like old times.
like all the lights.
Ready to get back to work?
I thought you never asked.
Might be too much though.
We've got intrusion alerts lighting up on multiple decks. Our best bet to figure out who's boarding us
Oh wait,
is the
is
observation deck,
this
4
the-
floors up.
Could it be
No,
a
I guess
rescue
this
team?
is a similar version.
Wouldn't
It
bet
honestly
on
doesn't look that much different at all, dude. So like when you, oop, where is it? Right here. Yeah, it looks very similar. You see, you could see them right here. So you see how it's like darker in this one on the left, and then this one right here, it's like a little lighter, but it's not nearly as much as I remember. Yeah. Or at least, like, whenever I look at... Okay, so, like, the training grounds map I set up, whenever I, like, look at the dark areas in there, in MCC, it looks so dark I can almost not see the wall. But then, like, in Sapien, it's, like, so easy to see. But in here, it's... I could see the difference. But it's really not that much of a difference. Like, I could see, like, how the... You know, you see how, like, the ground looks right here? Like, it's darker, but it's, like, very, very close. Not very close, but... Oh, wait, do I have the settings on default? That's what I need to do. If they're not on default, then that'll explain a lot. Video gamma. UI, video, background, game settings. Oh shit, it's not even on default. That's why. I was gonna say, like, that makes sense now. Okay, so this is default. Wow, now it's a lot darker. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let me get back here. Okay, so this is the difference. These are the same. Yeah, these are like the same. Like, this is the same light maps. So this is just how much darker it gets going into MCC, which, like, honestly, that's kind of fine, dude. Now that I'm playing, I forgot that I changed my settings to be, like, brighter. Because, honestly, all the games are a little too dark for me, so that's, like, normal, I guess. But, like, whenever they ported these to MCC, everything just became a little darker for some reason. I have a theory, that's why Halo 2A maps look overly, like, blown out with that darkness and shit, you know? Because they, like, didn't realize when they built it, like, how much darker it was going to be in games. Since it, like, it was never, like, wasn't that always part of, was Halo 2A always part of MCC? Or, I mean, it was never standalone, right? I don't know why I'm brain farting this. But, yeah. Yeah, it's, like, darker, but then even in here, dude, like...
How long was I out?
4 years, 7 months, 10
Like,
days.
is that dark enough? What do you guys think? These are like the I didn't change the settings. It's just like when I relit everything, it kind of looked a little different with my light settings. But honestly, like, I might just, like, dim it like a little bit more. Maybe like 25%, or maybe like 10% more. I kind of like how this shit looks. I don't know why. I just feel a lot happier walking in this room than I did before. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, how to explain it.
What's that?
Sensor scan, high intensity. Doesn't match any known patterns.
How close are we to the observation deck?
It's directly above us.
Oh shit! We're going fast! But yeah.
The elevator doors look sealed tight. Chief, be careful.
You know what sucked?
Because some areas might have lost pressure.
That Halo showcase, I like the version that I showed in that was so old compared to this, you know?
Chief, watch out! I didn't realize the ship had deteriorated so
Not like
badly.
very old, but it was like a month old. Yeah, dude, so much happens in just a month. You know what I mean? Oh, look, there's a texture. Oh wait, okay, I'll remember that one. Oh, I almost died. Oh. And then in here, I want to change the lighting in this room so that this elite looks like really cool, so that it kind of presents his face in a more like, I want to make it dark, and then I want him to come into the light. You know what I mean? So that it reveals his dope ass fucking high quality, you know, badass face.
A lot can happen in 4 years.
'Cause it honestly
By the way,
looked like
he's probably
kinda
not
shit.
alone. We should be careful.
Like the lighting in that little encounter or whatever whatever that is, it just looks bad. It looks, yeah. You see, man, I'm so glad I updated that. Now, like, that does not look right at all. Oh shit! I canceled out my attack. I threw a grenade. Like, I forgot we can still do that in this game.
He's trapped. He's there.
That's the last of them. Find
And
the
then I want to
override for
replace.
blast shields
I want
so
to
we can
update these
see what we're
crates,
up against.
perhaps. Like, these crates would be a nice thing to update because they look like shit. Same with these. I might just replace these entirely. But dude, honestly, if I just give these, if I just give these ones better textures, they honestly don't look terrible. Like for Halo 4, you know. I mean, they definitely don't look the best, but like they don't look as bad. And even little things like this look so much better with the PBR. Oh yeah, we can compare these walls now. Like, that didn't look terrible. But, oh wait. I forgot I'm not BSP. Yeah. Wait, do I have open right now? NCC games. Oh yeah, I'm out here now. But yeah, like this, and this is how that wall is great. It looks good either ways. It kind of looks natural, more natural like that though. Even though those textures are so compressed. That's the one I replaced, and they're all darker now. I don't know, man. Why did it get so dark? Like, I'm trying to think of like what causes that. You know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if when I extracted the bitmaps with Reclaimer, did it like maybe it like combine the alpha to make it darker or something, or some sort of specular in the alpha. I don't know what would cause that. Like, I'm just like wondering why it's so damn dark now.
The good news is these Covenant aren't outfitted like standard
Oh
military.
yeah, this shit out
It's
here looks
possible we
terrible.
just came
It's
across a
not-
rogue
it's not
salvage
okay,
ship.
that- Gross. I can't wait to replace all that shit to look better. Like, if once it just looks like that, it'll just be so much nicer. Ooh, gotta bring y'all over here. Don't know what you would do the helmet though, since it's cracked. Halo 2A had always been part of MCC. Yeah, it was made for MCC. Yeah, okay, so that is correct then. So that's probably why it had the worst issues with like the lighting, because like, dude, when you like port to the Xbox or other stuff, I don't think that happens. I don't know. It could. I could be wrong. But it's like, dude, like whenever you like make your map for MCC, like the gamma and shit's all fucked up in the actual game and not in Sapien. Like all those settings that you have to adjust to make it look brighter and darker and stuff is all different. It's like it probably messed their development up. It's definitely more colorful, isn't it? Of gray. Yeah, that's true. Like, it was very gray. And then whenever I did the PBR, like, it looked, and then it just looked like shiny gray. And I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, I like how it's all gray, but then I like those accent colors that break it all up, or that, like, you know, that make it look a lot better. Imagine if the Halo 4 Elite designs in this mod are reserved for Elite Praetorian Guard, including Dual Anomalous Guards. Yeah, I'll probably do stuff like that. I'm not really worried as much about that stuff, though. Let's look at these weird lights right here. They like put lights in the game that, like, I'm like, okay. All right. Shit, bro. Like, sometimes I think, like, maybe this is even still too bright. I don't know. It might be fine. No matter what I do to this area, though, it still kind of looks so flat. But I guess it's just because the fact that everything is just this grayness, you know. At least it's gray metallic now and not just flat gray. Before it was just, like, literally gray. Like, the metal looks kind of scuffed, but not nearly as scuffed as I would, like, you know. Like, I might add grime to all of these, but we'll see. I'm not sure. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was looking for more of these. All right, I don't really see many in here. Let's go on, like, on the inside of the level. Let's try this one. See if we can find anything. Oh, by the way, so, like, earlier I was playing some of the future levels just to, like, see something, but, like, I noticed, like, a lot of the Forerunner, I mean, a lot of the human, I don't know why, like, sometimes I just say them this random shit, a lot of the human textures are like reused, you know, like I expected in future levels. So, like, I'll, like, go into other areas and be like, damn, this shit already looks super nice looking, you know, just because they're, like, reusing the same materials. Why is that reflecting blue so much? It's kind of weird. Might need to do something about that. Maybe these doors can be re-imported. There's that. That's not the right door. I forgot what the door was. It's so much easier in person to see this type of stuff. This area honestly looks pretty good. Even, like, these back walls, like, they were just flat textures in some of these walls. It's weird. I guess these are doors. Like, my sound went out. It's kind of strange. Like, this is kind of the shit that I was talking about, dude. Try walking through this room in real life. Like, 343 will have some rooms like, what is this? Like, what do you... Does this become a table, or is this just fucking random? Because, you know, like some of the paneling and stuff, it's just like, god damn, bro. I'll be like tripping and my ankle will be broken every weekend. I'll be like, sorry, bro, I sprained my ankle because whoever designed this ship is an asshole. Like, they just have to have like little things that you can trip on everywhere, you know? Like, why can't this just connect into here? That's it. Why the fuck is there a thing, you know? Like, I guess it could be a step, but why would he even need like, I would just, you know, like, I just feel like if they designed this stuff, then it would just kind of be flush, and then they would have side panels and ways to like go under it to work on shit, or same with the walls. Like, there's so much shit like just in the ground. I don't know. Like, just walking on this shit would be such a pain. At least these ones are like orange, so they give you a warning. I'm just kidding. Or gold. I bet this would look as real nice if you just deleted a bunch of geometry. Hell yeah. I'm just gonna delete the whole map and be like, oh, there we go. This is a way better version. The only good version of Halo 4 is a dead Halo 4, so I just delete the whole game. I'm just kidding. That sounds silly. I feel like that's maybe a little too orange. It might be a little lighting then. I really want to, dude. Those crates, like, they have those like green reflections because the whole map was like green before. I guess, I don't know. Is he like greener than normal right now? I feel like there's something making him look even greener than normal. Oh. Like, see stuff like that? Like, that shit was literally just like no texture before. Anything that you see with this texture was like a default texture before. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? I think in the, yeah, okay, I was gonna say, normally it's darker though. I don't even know why you could see so well in there right now. It's kind of weird. Bro, what the fuck is this? Here's some green I can replace. Yeah, well, that's what I mean, dude. They just made everything that it's just so like busy. It doesn't make sense. They're just like, yeah, that's how we would build a ship. We would just put these panels here instead of just having a consistent floor. Like, they're gonna be hanged up by hinges so that if they fall inward, you would break your ankle and die. I'm just kidding. Maybe if they had like wires under there or things that you can work on, you know. But like, I prefer like panels, like, you know, that like get fully secured in, that like run flush with a wall or a floor, you know, so that like it realistically and ergonomically it would be functional. But instead they have like 90 different like levels of floor, and then they have like several objects that honestly, if you just think about it, like, I'm like, well, that would just not actually be functional. Or, you know. Alright, where's the box room? Yeah, why is this called box room? It's definitely not a box. You call it? I thought, dude, I used to think this was a cafeteria when I first played this, and then I was like, oh wait, this isn't a cafeteria at all. And then I realized there's a cafeteria like halfway through the mission, like in a little room, like in one of the hall, like one of the, it looks like a hall you run through, almost like near a storage room. Probably. I feel like that. I don't know. Maybe they had stuff that was modular or something. I don't know. It's just so like, it's just too much, man. There's just so much going on with all that shit. See, then there's the CA version. Wait, that's using that texture? What the fuck? Is this the right version? Alright, that is the right version. Let me compare this to that other version I had of 124, 124. They look identical, man. Like, okay, the CA version's identical. Okay, I guess they just had to use different bitmaps because they're different, you know, place. Alright, there they go. Now they're not gray. Or not green. Sorry. See, sometimes I say things and I'm like, what did I say? I'm like, why did I say something so wrong? Like, I swear in my brain, I'll like say the opposite of what I'm trying to say. Like, it's so special. It's so special, I swear. What time is it now? 1:52. I'll probably stream to 4 today. But yeah, I definitely want to make like the Elijah. Definitely want to do like make the elites like more. You know, I mean, right now they're just Halo Infinite, but I want to make like boss elites that are like still kind of like Jul 'n Dama's. You know, like I want all the boss elites maybe to look like a hybrid of Infinite and Halo 5, or Halo 4 or whatever. You know what I mean? And maybe just for the bosses or some of the like, you know, like something like that, just so they're unique and have an excuse to use them or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. That way they're not just like a general or an ultra coming at you saying, "Oh, I'm a boss," and it's like, "No, you're just a fucking another elite." You're an elite with a health bar. Like, you know, I want to kind of make it a little more special, and I mean, it'll probably be similar to like what Mythic and people have done in the past, but maybe I could add something to it. I don't know. I thought that was green, but that's actually part of the light map. Sometimes I found out some things. I don't know if the light map can get compressed too much, but sometimes the light map itself will have like green and pink reflections in very random spots of the map. Like, you'll even see that like in here, like on this door. You see how this one has green shine to it? Well, look, this is the same exact door under the same exact settings. You got a light that's baked into it, a light baked into it with all the other lighting, and for some reason, with the same exact material, but for some reason, this one has a green shine on top. And I found out the light map just does that in some areas, but I can't tell if it's like actual compression or what. I could try to re-import all the light maps with higher settings and maybe see if that does anything, but I don't know, man, to be honest. Green Gate. Yeah, this is what's up now, Greens. But yeah, it's basically what I'm doing is doing the Green Gate mod stream. I just turned this from green to, well, it's still a little green because it's basically not as compressed. That's the problem. Is it's like this was like really green and now it's like not as noticeable. Like from here, it looks fine, but before it was like green on top. Like you gotta have a little compression, otherwise it'll pop the map. It'll pop it like a, you know what I was gonna say, right? You know, right? Let's try to get these doors. I think I think I can do these doors better. I know there was one in here, right? They're like on the edges of the hallway. There's one. This object does not support materials because it's a shared object, I guess. That's one thing I noticed is like they have like all these objects that don't support materials, but I think it's just because it's a shared object or something. I don't know. I'm assuming there's an original that does, or maybe it's part of a link, like a collection thing. I don't know how they even set this up. It's confusing now. Like, where is everything? You're gonna see door. Let me like search this shit in here. Okay, get it. You're a prefab. Oh, that's not even what I wanted. Is that what I had selected? Like what? Oh, it is what I had selected. Damn it, that's my bad. Do you still have a name? Okay, so that's the name. What? Nothing? There we go. There she blows. Alright, let's see if I can make this look a little better. Oh! Oh! How is that uncompressed? Damn, did that have an alpha I didn't even notice? Or something else in it? Dude, something, I don't know, man. Whenever these all got ripped from Reclaimer, dude, I think I'm going to stop re-importing these. Because it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's like, if it looks worse or not. Like, damn it. Now if I try it with the same settings, it'll still look similar, because I think it's the rip that's different. Yeah, so this is with default. This is with the same settings it had on before it changed. So that just means the actual texture changed because of the rip, which isn't what I'm trying to do. Which honestly, like, what I'm gonna do is replace this material. Let me try this real quick. Let's do this. Actually, before I do this, let me see if I could find another one that looks better. There's the CA one. Let me just use that one instead of wasting my time. I mean, the reason why it's so illuminated is because it's a dynamic object. I should probably be looking at like one of these. Yeah, I'll just use that certain infinity one and it looks better. There's a certain infinity version of every texture or bitmap. Oh, alright. That's better. Is he like fixing Halo 4? I'm making Halo 4 the best Halo 4 could be. I'm just kidding, man. Yeah, so what I'm doing now, I'm just replacing... before I replaced all these with PBR, then I brought in accent colors, and then I'm re-importing some materials so that they're like... I don't like how those are glowing so much. I'll have to fix those. But yeah, so I'm basically like re-importing some better compression so that they're not so like compressed and ugly. And then I'm gonna readjust the lighting some more. And you know, I'm gonna add some stuff to the mission. Maybe adjust some encounters and stuff like that. But yeah, and then once that's done, I'm going to release this, and it's technically going to be the campaign alpha, but I'm going to be honest, this level is going to be way beyond what I would call an alpha, but I just don't want to call it the beta, because I'm actually going to release a campaign beta that has the first 3 missions. When I'm going to basically do what like Kiera or Kashira or whatever you want to call her, basically like kind of how they did one level at a time, so I don't like, so I can just focus on getting like some of it out of, you know, like that way y'all can play it earlier. So I'm gonna release this one, get feedback on the first level, and then based on that, I'm gonna try to have all my weapons done, all the characters done for the, you know, level, make sure everything in the level is done. So I need to redo all the Covenant, like I need to redo the Phantom textures and all the crate textures, because now that, like, back when I redid those originally, I thought they looked amazing. Now I think they look fucking terrible. You know, like, that's what the problem is with this stuff. I keep getting, like, in my opinion, better at certain things or whatever. Dude, just like this scene, bro, like, look at the color and the, I don't know, everything just seems a lot more, you know, like, has more depth or some shit. That's just how I feel, though. Oh! Did I just make that tan? Is that what I've been seeing? I guess I like it. I mean, at least it's even less monotonous or whatever the word is. So yeah, I guess I'm... At least all the worst textures are gone. That'll leave me... Believe it or not, like, uncompressed bitmaps take the most space, even more than models and stuff like that. So like, it's good that a lot of them are still compressed, and otherwise, again, I could technically just go and uncompress and re-import everything, but a lot of them would be a very small difference for a large cost. Alright, let's go to the next. Actually, let's go to the previous zone set to the lookout. This area is all fucked up because of 343 forgot to finish this BSP, but guess what? I'm trying to make it better. The lighting, dude, the lighting's still fucked up a little bit. I might have to readjust some of the lights in there, but like, however it was set up originally, it causes like one of the walls to like turn green. Oh wait, sorry, I'm gonna read your messages, Valkyries. What's kind of funny is that if you went through and removed all the Greeble and the BSP, like the pipes and extra shit, it'll look a lot better. That's what I was thinking, but like obviously, like I would have to re-import all the BSPs, and then if I did that, then I would just redo the whole game. You know what I mean? I'm almost supposed to redo. I would almost just like try to just do it almost like how Cashier did her BSPs. It's like combining existing things and then maybe modeling some other things. But yeah, that'll be ridiculously hard. But yeah, like I could just remove some stuff. Honestly though, I thought about extracting all the BSPs and then just trying to re-import it to see what it does. But if I did that, like, you know, like I'm kind of like worried, you know, how much that'll impact, or you know what I mean, like. So, like, I could fuck things up, so I would probably make a backup and then try it, and then if it messed things up, then I can just revert it, or, like, you know, turn it back. But, you know, I thought about doing that, because I'm not sure how, like, I know, like, Foundry can get most stuff, but I know, like, at least when Halo Reach, they had to, like, still set up a lot of stuff to get the files to be like this, basically to get them like the source files. Like if we could extract the source files, they would have everything, right? So like apparently they still had to fix a lot of stuff, so I'm still kind of wondering about that, dude. Okay, I think I'm gonna change this purple back, because that's what I was worrying about. I was like, huh, that's weird. Something about ripping this with that texture with Reclaimer and then re-importing it causes that to happen. So, yeah, we can't have that. That's why I didn't keep doing that shit. I'm like, uh-oh, no, that's the ones I ripped. I tried the easy way, and the easy way never works. Only the hard way. That's like modding 101, right? It's like, at least there is a way, basically, right? Damn it. I can't even see what texture these are because they're all like prefabs. Why wouldn't it just tell me that it's a prefab? It's right here. So now I have to use this to open it. Open it. And, yeah, there we go. Then I gotta open it here. Then I gotta go here. Was it the floor? Which one? That wasn't it, right? It was... Oh, it's this one. Because it's that wall panel one. Okay, yeah, that came like... That literally turned purple. Like... No. No, okay. Let me do this then. There's only one of them? Fuck. Damn it. How about this? You're gonna see wall panel 02. Let's just remove this shit. Maybe there's something in there. Oh, here we go. There it is. Okay. I'm just gonna use certain affinities for now. That way I don't have, because otherwise I would have to go get the original tag, replace the tag, and then go in here and extract the bitmap manually with Foundation instead. And that's what I'm going to have to do for anything else, basically. That's what I'm about to say. Otherwise, it won't work right. Because it seems to extract it with the mod tools perfectly fine. Like, how it's supposed to look and stuff. One thing, though, is I just realized I might as well replace that entire bitmap. Let me do that. is it? Copy. Go in here. NSC. Why is there an A? I just searched for that. I swear, dude. I'm curious. Like, what is this A? I know it's not supposed to be normal, but I want to see. Is it? It is the same one. Then, like, why are they different? Like, they look the same to me. Oh wait. Yeah, they're the same. Like, but then this one. No, I already replaced that. Where the fuck is that A1? Whatever. Where the fuck is it? God damn it, dude. Oh, I hate going through these so much. I'm not gonna lie. It's so fucking... Ugh. Okay. Human. They're in human. Okay. I forgot the Unicy and humans are totally different. Oh. Why is everything so fucking annoying? Where's the frickin'... Oh, here it is. Holy fucking shit. Oh yeah, I haven't deleted it yet, have I? There we go. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that like whatever textures in the game using that wouldn't have the same issue. Why is that not dude, I don't know. Sometimes I think it saved the old texture because I'm like I converted that already. I even saw it converted before, so whatever. What the fuck? Why is... Oh, it's because I didn't reload it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reload it now. Fuck. God damn, dude. All that. It's ridiculous. Let me just reload this. God, dude. But that's why whenever you mod, dude, you gotta fucking get a good flow for what you're doing. If you just kind of go about, like, trying shit out, ugh, you'll get caught up in some stuff like that. That just feels so freaking overwhelming and dumb. And, like, basically, yeah, like, little, you might think you could just use Reclaimer, but don't, because it'll fuck you up. When I say Reclaimer, I mean the mod tool, or the extraction tool. I mean, it's useful, but you have to be aware that it's not like an official mod tool and it might not do something properly. It just depends what you need. What is this one doing? Like, I don't even know what that is. Like, what is that? What are you? Who are you? The name, it's just Halo 4 Reclaimer. It's the same thing I work on basically all the time. Everything for Halo 4 I do is part of Halo 4 Reclaimer. Once I'm not working on Halo 4, the next time I have a new project, I won't be like, we're using Halo 4 probably. I'll probably be using like Unreal Engine or some shit. But, you know, I think I'm always gonna like come back to Halo 4 on the side, you know what I mean? Like as a hobby, you know? But like again, like I wanna eventually, or I'm gonna have to eventually focus on more modern, you know, stuff to like get experience with stuff, so that if I ever want a job in something, because even if I like, the thing is, even if I like end up doing animating, you can even animate in Unreal Engine, you know, like that's why I'm like, I'm probably gonna focus on like half of that after I release the campaign for the mod. That way I don't like burn out and like get too far behind in life's goals and crap. And then there's even a chance in the far future that I could, or not the far future, but there's a chance too that I might even do like stuff for other games at one point. Right now, I really only have the capacity to like focus on like Halo or like one thing in general. But I'm not gonna lie, like playing like other games, like I've been playing like Arc Raiders a lot, and like I'm not gonna lie, like I've been getting, it's like the first game that I've like kind of been getting into like the, like it doesn't even have a story, but I want to know more. You know what I mean? That's why it's so cool. Like it's like now, like for some reason I'm really interested in these robots and you know, and like the what happened before that caused the setting, and you know, like it's weird, but like I'm starting to like I felt like back in the day I wasn't gonna be able to get into new shit, you know. But there's like sometimes something new comes out that's just like so good in like every way that I can care about. And it's just like, you know, like it feels good to have stuff like that. So, you know, I might do stuff for new games in the future too, though. One day. Maybe like an Unreal. I might have like scenes from games. And then, I don't know if I'll ever make a game in Unreal, but I might like at least make like stuff for like a portfolio. And then maybe join a team that's making a game or something like that. Unless I actually got a real, like a, not a real, but a job where I'm getting paid, you know, doing stuff like that. That'd be cool. Damn, Halo Master Chief Collection reached over 12,000 concurrent Steam players last night for the first time since December. It's currently on sale for $10, and I've noticed a lot. This is Rebs saying this. And I've noticed a lot of people started replaying OG Halo campaigns after the Evolved announcement, including myself. Which, by the way, like, I'm not saying that's a bad idea, but I just feel like they're gonna make it so different. It won't even. I don't know. It'll be similar enough. It'll be similar enough. Like, I mean, you do still have a. What do you call it? Like, hold on. Why is this over here? Like, the BSPs are like 1-to-1, so even if certain things are changed, like a lot of the experience will be similar. We'll just have to tell them to like disable sprint for the first time you play. Unless you just like have ADHD and anxiety and you can't like stand moving slow or something. What am I doing? Oh my god. Sometimes I go on autopilot and then I'll like forget what's going on. Alright. Damn it. I forgot. Oh wait, did I not read this message? I also wonder if you can go with the two-tone design for the Dawn's interior, like make it gray and dark gray black. Yeah, that's kind of actually like what I was hoping for, because I like all like a lot of the Unity stuff. I like kind of also like the Oni vibe, you know, where it's like kind of like that. Alright. What the fuck is wrong with this texture? Oh! Oh! God damn it. So that's why there was an A. There is one that's like not an A. It should just match up. Bro, what did it look like before? Oh, what the fuck? That's why. Why are these scaled to 2? There it is. Oh, wait, but it's still not the same, is it? Something's fucked up with this. Double UV material? Let me go back to that blend and just see, like, it might remember the old stuff. Is that how it looks in the game? Was it always fucked up or something? But it wasn't before, right? Like, damn it, dude. Like, now I'm wondering, like, what's going on, bruh. God, now almost I should go. What the fuck? I just want to figure out why that. Did I just not notice it looked like that before? There's no way. Right? There's no way. Dude, I hate shit like this because I spend like fucking an hour like wondering what happened. Let me go. Okay, I'm just gonna go and like open fucking MCC and look at it before. Because even if it's not the A1, let me try that. And it's not the A1. Bruh, I'm so tired today, dude. Oh no, I feel like I'm still catching up with life. Yeah, the Certain Affinity one looks the same. Well, I did replace that. You know what? I'm just gonna replace it with the fucking original, just so I, you know. Let me re-import it and see what it does now. Okay, there's the purple. So now it's that one. Look at this shit in the middle. Something's fucked up. There has to be something messed up. There has to be. God, dude. I don't know. I think I'm just tired. Because, like... I'll just run to that point. God damn it, it's like half a mission. Just have to like make sure what that actually looked like. I don't